Let's finish up our footsteps. We'll start with the right foot, since that's going back first. Select it. And what we'll do for this step is go to about frame 324 and we'll raise up the raised toe channel. Okay, like that. And we'll want to isolate its motion, so let's go to frame 320 and drop it there with the value of 0 and 327 as well. So here's what we get for our first step so far. Great, so it's looking pretty good. Now we just need to key the translate Y channel, so we'll go to frame 324 and just raise up the toe, or raise up the foot. So here's what we get when we hit play. Okay, and then to show weight in the step, we'll go into our perspective and graph view, focus on the translate Y, and go to where the foot is planted on frame 327, break the tangency and lift up the left half to show a better feeling of weight. And here's the footstep now. Great. So now we can start working on that left foot. We'll just move back and forth. So with this left foot, what we need to actually start doing is keying the raise heel channel. Because as that right foot's coming back, just before it gets planted, that heel is going to want to raise at the time of it being planted. So we'll go to frame 325 and key the raise heel here. Then at about frame 328, when that right foot is planted, we'll raise up the heel here of the left foot. And let's have it drop at about frame 333. So we'll just put in a value of 0 for the heel pivot, or the raised heel there. And instead bring up the raised toe on that. And then we'll want to isolate the movement of the raised toe. So we'll go to frame 336 and we'll put in a value of 0 there. And also on frame 328. Great. And now we can key the translate Y. So we'll just go to frame 333 and translate the foot up there. And notice on about frame 328, you can see how the heel is kind of going through the ground plane a little bit there. So we can just translate the foot up some so it's not like that. And then we'll go to frame 325 and put in a value of 0 for the translate Y so it's planted there. Great, so there's our step, and then we'll go into our translate Y channel and adjust our tangency. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and select this key, frame 336, break the tangency and lift up the left half. And we won't even need this key on frame 333, so with that selected, let's just delete it. And notice we get a smoother bend in our F curve, giving us a smoother animation when we hit play. Great, so there's our next step. Now we'll go ahead and move back to the right foot. Select that. And again, we'll need to key the raise heel channel. And we'll do that on about frame 334. We'll key it at 0 there. Have it raise on 337. Okay. And we'll drop it at about frame 341. So put in a value of 0 there. And raise the raised toe channel. Okay, and it is a small step, so not as high. And we'll have it plant on frame 345. And also, let's go to frame 337 and go to the raised toe and put in a value of 0 there. Okay, so now we have that motion blocked out when we hit play. And all we need to do is worry about the translate Y. So we'll just go to 341 and raise up the translate Y here. And then go into our key, find our key where we set it, and adjust our last translate Y key for the right foot. So again, we'll break the tangency and raise it up. So there it is. There's our second to last footstep, and now we can work on our last footstep. And for that, we won't need to worry about the raised heel channel. Okay. So that right foot goes back, and then a little bit after, that left foot comes up. So all we need to do is worry about the raised toe channel. So we'll go to frame 351 and raise up the raised toe here. Okay, and it is a small step, so we want to keep that in mind. Not as much. Then we'll isolate the movement. We'll go to frame 348, put in the values of 0. Also on 354. Then on 351, we'll just raise up the foot some there. Go into the translate Y and edit our last tangent for that footstep. So here it is when we hit play. Great. Awesome. So with those things done, we can now go ahead and do a few play blasts to check out the motion of our feet. We could even hide our NURBS curves. Find a nice view where we can really see the footsteps. Let's try more of this front view first. Here it is. Great. So our footsteps are looking nice here. Let's try another view. Let's try more of a side view. So we'll close this out and find a nice side view to play blast from. How about from about right here? Maybe we could get in a little bit closer and render one off. Here it is. Great. So with that done, we've completed our footsteps. And all we have to do next is to add some shifts in the body. Okay, and we'll work on that in the next lesson.